My dearest child, listen closely. These words are not here by accident. They are a reminder that even in your darkest nights, a greater light is being prepared for you. Every step you have taken, every tear you have shed, and every prayer you whispered in silence has not been forgotten. This message is a gift of hope, meant to strengthen your heart and remind you that your story is still unfolding with purpose. If these words bring peace to you, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. Together we can spread light where shadows once lived. Now, let us begin this journey. My dearest child, pause for just a moment and let these words reach your heart. This is not an accident, nor is it a passing thought. It is a divine invitation, a beginning written long before you took your first breath. You have walked through days that felt heavy, carrying questions that no one else seemed to understand. In silence, you whispered prayers you weren't even sure were heard. In those lonely hours, you wondered if your life was truly seen, if your steps mattered in the grand design of time. I want you to know this truth. You were never invisible. Every sigh, every tear, every quiet act of kindness was noticed. What the world overlooked, heaven treasured. Your life is not a random sequence of events. It is a carefully woven tapestry, rich with meaning even in its unfinished threads. Think of the trials you faced, the nights when the weight of uncertainty pressed upon your chest, the mornings when you rose with little strength, yet still chose to face the day. These moments were not wasted. They were shaping you, refining you, teaching your soul resilience and patience. They were chiseling you into someone who could stand, not because life was easy, but because your spirit learned to endure. Today marks a new turning point. The long night of waiting has given way to dawn. What once felt delayed is being aligned with perfect timing. Do not be afraid when changes come suddenly. Do not be discouraged when old paths close before you. These shifts are not punishments. They are the gentle hands of providence guiding you into a greater chapter. Lift your eyes, beloved child. See beyond what has been. There are doors prepared for you, keys waiting in your hands, opportunities born not from chance but from promise. The story you thought had ended is only beginning anew. Your scars do not disqualify you. They are proof that you survived, that you endured, and that even in weakness, you chose not to give up. Let those scars remind you that strength is not the absence of pain, but the choice to rise again. And here is my personal reflection. I believe that in every soul, even in the quietest and most fragile places, there is a seed of greatness. Perhaps you have doubted yourself, comparing your progress to others or fearing that your life is too small to matter. But let me say this plainly, your existence carries weight. Your presence shifts atmospheres. Your kindness heals wounds you may never see. Your faith, even when trembling, moves mountains unseen. So as this chapter begins, walk forward not with fear but with trust. The past may have been marked by trials, but the future is alive with hope. The world awaits the beauty that only your life can bring. My child, you are seen, you are loved, and this is only the beginning. My beloved child, as the sun rises, so does the hope I have planted within you. Yesterday may have left you weary, but today is not bound by yesterday's shadows. This new morning carries a fresh portion of strength, peace, and purpose that I have set aside just for you. Do not let fear steal the light of this day. The world may speak with voices of worry, uncertainty, and doubt, but I am whispering something stronger to your soul. You are not alone, and you are not forgotten. Think of the small victories you have already seen, the times you overcame fear, the moments when you found courage to speak truth with kindness, the steps you took when you felt unprepared yet walked forward anyway. These were not accidents. They were seeds of strength that are now beginning to grow into unshakable roots. Today I ask you to walk slowly, not in a hurry, and notice the blessings along your path. A kind word offered, a door unexpectedly opening, the laughter of someone you love. All these are reminders that goodness is already surrounding you. Do not overlook them in search of something greater, for even the smallest gift can carry eternal meaning. There will be challenges, yes. There may be voices that question your worth or circumstances that test your patience. But remember this truth: storms do not last forever. Even the fiercest winds eventually grow quiet. And when they do, you will still be standing, stronger than before, because your foundation is not built on fear but on faith. My child, I see the burdens you have carried silently. You wondered if you could endure one more step. Yet here you are, still breathing, still walking, still hoping. That is proof of your strength. And today, I am adding to it. Where you felt weak, I am giving you courage. Where you felt tired, I am filling you with peace. Where you saw no way forward, I am opening doors that no one can shut. Take heart, for this is not just another day. It is a chapter written with care, filled with opportunities to rise above discouragement and shine with quiet confidence. The world may not notice each choice you make, but heaven celebrates them all. My reflection for you is this: greatness is not measured by grand gestures, but by faithfulness in small moments. Choosing love instead of anger, patience instead of hurry, gratitude instead of complaint, these are the steps that create a life of true meaning. So step into this day with courage, my dear one. The story of your life is still unfolding, and what lies ahead is brighter than you imagine. You are loved, you are chosen, you are prepared for what is coming. My beloved child, take a deep breath and let your heart be still. You may not see it now, but something profound is happening beneath the surface of your life. Just as seeds grow quietly underground long before anyone sees the first green shoot, so too is your soul being strengthened in ways that will soon become visible. You have wondered why progress feels delayed. You have asked why certain doors remain closed while others seem to open for people around you. I tell you this: your waiting is not wasted. What feels like silence is preparation. What appears as delay is careful timing. And what seems hidden is actually being nourished in the unseen. Think about the tree that stands tall and unshaken in the storm. Its strength does not come from its leaves or branches, but from its roots, grown deep and strong where no eye can see. In the same way, your challenges have been teaching you endurance, deepening your character, and rooting your faith, so that when the winds of life blow, you will not fall. Do not despise this hidden season. I know it feels heavy. I know you sometimes wish for immediate change, but hear this truth: fast growth is fragile, while steady growth endures. What I am building in you is not temporary, it is eternal. My child, I see how often you chose kindness even when others did not return it. I see how you held your tongue when you could have spoken in anger. I see how you forgave when you were tempted to hold on to bitterness. These small decisions, unnoticed by many, are shaping the person you are becoming. They are the unseen victories that heaven celebrates loudly. Do not compare your journey to others. Each story is unique, written with different chapters, different timings, different purposes. When you look at another's life and think, "Why not me? Why not now?" remember that what I have for you cannot be stolen, rushed, or replaced. Your portion is secure. Your time will come. Even now, blessings are aligning in ways you cannot yet perceive. Conversations are being prepared, opportunities are being shaped, and people are being moved into position so that when the right moment arrives, everything will fall into place without striving. What once felt impossible will suddenly feel natural, because the preparation has already been done in secret. My beloved child, let this truth bring peace to your restless heart. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be. The pressure you feel is not punishment, it is shaping. The silence you feel is not abandonment, it is alignment. And here is my reflection for you. Hidden seasons are holy seasons. They teach you patience, humility, and trust. They train your eyes to see beyond appearances and your heart to believe beyond what is visible. When others rush, you are learning to be steady. When others chase applause, you are learning to choose faithfulness. And when the time comes for your breakthrough, you will be ready to carry it with wisdom, not pride. So hold on, precious one. Keep nurturing your roots. Keep choosing kindness in the quiet places. Keep trusting even when answers seem slow. For soon what has been growing in secret will break through the surface, and the world will see the beauty of what has been unfolding within you all along. You are strong, you are loved, and your story is still becoming. My beloved child, slow your steps and lean in closely. There is a hidden room within your life that you have not yet entered. For years you may have walked past its door, not realizing what was inside, not understanding that it was prepared for you before you were even born. Today I want to take you there, to open your eyes to what has been waiting all along. Life has a way of convincing you that everything depends on what you can see, touch, or control. But what is most powerful is not always visible. Think of the foundation of a house. No one admires it, no one takes pictures of it, yet it holds everything in place. In the same way, the unseen work within you, the prayers whispered in silence, the forgiveness offered without recognition, the kindness given without applause, these are the beams and stones that make your life unshakable. The hidden room is not a place of fear, but of promise. It is where your strength has been stored, where your blessings are being gathered, where your next chapter is being written. You may feel like nothing is happening, but the truth is that much is being arranged behind the curtain of your present understanding. Do you remember the times you almost gave up? The nights when you lay awake thinking, perhaps my prayers have no effect. Perhaps my effort is in vain. I tell you, not one tear was wasted. Not one prayer was ignored. Each one was placed gently into the hidden room, stored as seed for a future harvest. And now the season is drawing near when that room will be opened, and what was kept away will pour into your life like sunlight breaking through the longest night. My child, I want you to release the idea that you have been forgotten. You have not. You are not left behind. The timing of your life is not a mistake. The reason some doors remained shut was not because you were unworthy, but because the right door had not yet been unlocked. What I have prepared is not small, not fragile, not temporary. It is lasting, steady, and overflowing. But here is the lesson of this chapter. When the hidden room is finally opened, you must be ready to walk in with humility, not pride, with gratitude, not entitlement. The blessings that come are not only for your comfort, but also to help others, to lift, to encourage, and to bring hope where there has been despair. Consider this: the trials you endured have given you compassion. The waiting has given you patience. The disappointments have given you wisdom. Without those seasons, the gifts in the hidden room would be too heavy for you to carry. But now you are prepared, strong enough inside to handle what is being entrusted to you. Do not fear the unknown. The room ahead is not a trap, but a treasure. The challenges you face are not walls, but doorways. Even the people who misunderstood you, even the times you felt overlooked, all of it was shaping you to be the kind of person who could walk into promise without losing your soul. My reflection for you, precious one, is this: hidden seasons are not punishment. They are preparation. The silence you felt was not absence, it was alignment. And the hidden room is not empty, it is full, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. So walk with courage. Do not rush, do not force, do not despair. The door will open when it is time, and when it does, you will see that nothing was wasted. Every delay was a design. Every no was protecting you for the greater yes. And every tear you thought was lost was watering the very ground that will soon bring forth joy. You are loved beyond measure. You are chosen with purpose. And the hidden room of promise is already yours. My beloved child, you have walked through valleys that seemed endless, carrying burdens that pressed heavily on your shoulders. At times, it felt as though the path itself was breaking beneath your feet. Yet look at where you are now. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still reaching for hope. That alone is proof of your strength, and proof that the hand guiding you has never let go. In every story, there comes a moment when the old chapter refuses to carry you any further. It is the space between what was and what will be. That space often feels like confusion, but in truth, it is a bridge. You are on that bridge now, the bridge between trials and triumph. Do not despise this crossing. Though the winds may howl, though shadows may whisper lies of fear, remember that bridges are not built to collapse. They are built to carry. The very ground beneath your feet has been prepared for this journey. You are not wandering without direction. You are moving with purpose toward a future already designed. Think for a moment about the struggles you faced, the betrayals, the disappointments, the long nights when your prayers felt unanswered. Each of these moments has become a stone in the bridge beneath you. They were not meant to crush you, but to carry you forward. The weight of yesterday has been transformed into the strength that supports you today. My child, I know you often wonder why your path seemed harder than others, why some seemed to move ahead while you felt delayed. But understand this truth: not all bridges are the same length. Some lives require longer crossings because the foundation on the other side is greater, stronger, and more enduring. Your delay was not denial, it was design. As you walk across this bridge, keep your eyes forward. Do not look down into the waters of regret or backward into the shadows of what if. The past cannot define you. The future is waiting to embrace you. Each step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Even the pauses, even the moments of rest, are part of the journey forward. There will be voices, some internal, some external, that say you cannot make it, that you are not strong enough, not wise enough, not worthy enough. But let me remind you, the bridge does not rely on your strength alone. It is supported by the love that has carried you from the very beginning. Where you feel weak, I am strong. Where you feel empty, I am full. Where you feel lost, I am guiding. Beloved child, let this truth sink deep. Every trial you endured has planted wisdom within you. The pain you felt gave birth to compassion. The waiting grew patience. The rejection taught discernment. The silence carved out faith that does not crumble. These are treasures no one can take from you, treasures forged in the fire of your own journey. Now, imagine for a moment what waits at the other side of the bridge. A field wide with opportunity, a dawn brighter than the longest night, a peace deeper than every storm you survived. You are not walking into emptiness, you are walking into promise. The same hand that steadied you in the valley is the hand opening doors ahead of you. My reflection for you is this: do not rush the crossing. Bridges are meant to be walked carefully, step by step. Each stride matters. Each pause teaches. Each breath reminds you that you are moving forward, even when it feels slow. Triumph is not only found at the destination, but in every faithful step you take along the way. So continue, precious one. Do not be afraid of the shaking beneath your feet or the storms around you. The bridge will hold, because it was built with love, sacrifice, and eternal strength. And when you finally set your foot on the other side, you will see clearly what now feels hidden, that every trial was shaping you, every delay was protecting you, and every tear was watering the soil of your future joy. You are not merely surviving this crossing, you are becoming. And soon, very soon, your trials will transform into triumph, and your story will shine as a beacon for others still searching for their bridge. My beloved child, every journey holds a night that feels longer than all the others. A night when silence seems to echo louder than any voice, and hope flickers like a fragile flame in the wind. Perhaps you know this night. Perhaps you have walked through hours when the weight of uncertainty pressed against your chest, and you wondered if dawn would ever return. Hear me now, nights do not last forever. Darkness does not have the final word. What you face in silence is not a sign of abandonment, but the soil in which strength is planted. The longer the night, the brighter the dawn that follows. When you stand in such a night, it is easy to believe that nothing is happening, that your prayers are unanswered, that your effort is unnoticed, that your life is paused. But the truth is this: growth often takes place in the unseen. Seeds do not sprout in daylight alone. They push roots deep in the darkness. The night is not an ending, it is a preparation. Think about the stars, my child. You cannot see them while the sun shines. Only in darkness do they appear, reminding you that light was always there, simply waiting for the right hour to be revealed. So it is with your journey. What you learn in the dark will shine like stars for others who come after you. You may ask, why must I endure such silence? Why does joy sometimes hide? And the answer is this: because strength is not formed in comfort alone. Endurance is born in difficulty. Compassion grows when you have tasted sorrow. Patience is shaped when answers are delayed. None of this is wasted. Each challenge becomes a lamp that will one day guide another through their own night. My child, I see the tears you never shared. I see the questions you could not voice. I see the courage it took simply to rise from your bed and face another day when your heart felt weary. These unseen battles matter. They are not forgotten. Heaven keeps record not only of victories won loudly, but also of faith kept quietly. And here is the mystery. Though you felt weak, you were growing stronger. Though you felt empty, you were being filled with resilience. Though you felt unseen, you were being shaped into a beacon for others. The night did not break you. It was training you to carry light. Take this to heart. You are not late. You are not behind. You are in the middle of a holy process. The same way clay must be shaped before it can hold water, you are being prepared to carry blessings that will not slip through your hands. The silence is not rejection, it is refinement. Beloved, imagine the morning that follows such a night. Imagine stepping outside to find the air fresh, the horizon clear, and the light so gentle it feels like an embrace. That is what awaits you. And when that morning comes, you will not only rejoice for yourself, you will have the wisdom, compassion, and strength to help others through their own shadows. Here is my reflection for you. The night is not wasted when you choose to walk through it with trust. Each step, even the trembling ones, is progress. Each breath, even the weary ones, is proof of resilience. And every whisper of faith, even when your voice shakes, is a song heard in heaven. So do not despise this night. Hold steady. Rest when you must. Breathe deeply. And remember that light always returns. You are not abandoned in the darkness. You are being guided through it. And soon, very soon, what was hidden in shadow will break into radiant clarity. My child, you are not defined by the night you endure. You are defined by the light you carry through it. And that light is growing, steady and unshakable, ready to shine when the dawn arrives. My beloved child, every journey has its storm. Not the gentle rain that refreshes the ground, but the fierce winds that shake foundations and test every anchor. You may already know what such a storm feels like. The sudden changes, the disappointments that cut deep, the voices of fear that rise louder than your courage. But let me remind you, storms are not sent to destroy you. They are allowed to reveal the strength already planted within you. A tree never knows how strong its roots are until the wind pulls at its branches. In the same way, you are discovering that what holds you firm is deeper than fear, stronger than doubt, and steadier than the waves that rise against you. Think of the moments when everything seemed uncertain, the day when your plans collapsed without warning, the hour when a trusted voice turned against you, the season when the weight of circumstances felt heavier than your shoulders could bear. Those were storms, and yet you endured, you stood. Even when you trembled, you did not fall. My child, the storm is not the end of your story. It is the turning point. For storms clear away what no longer belongs. They strip away dead branches so new growth can come. They wash the air clean and prepare the horizon for a brighter dawn. What feels like chaos is often the beginning of clarity. I know you prayed for calm. I know you longed for still waters and easy days. But peace that has never been tested cannot be trusted. Real peace is not the absence of storms, but the strength to remain unshaken in the middle of them. That is the gift I am placing in you. Not a fragile calm that breaks under pressure, but a deep serenity that no storm can steal. Look back, beloved child. Remember how many times you thought the storm would overwhelm you, yet here you are. The very fact that you are still walking, still breathing, still believing, is proof that the storm has already lost. You are not broken. You are becoming stronger than you ever imagined. And listen carefully. You are not meant to fight storms alone. Every step you took in fear, every tear that fell in silence, every sigh you released when no one saw, none of it was unnoticed. I walked beside you when the winds howled. I steadied you when the waves rose high. Even when you felt abandoned, I was the anchor holding you steady beneath the surface. Here is the truth you must carry. Storms are temporary, but the strength they leave in you is permanent. Rain passes, clouds scatter, winds die down. But the wisdom, the resilience, the deeper trust you gain will remain forever. My reflection for you is this. When you look at the storm, do not see only the fear of what could be lost. See the training of your spirit, the deepening of your courage, the proof that you can endure more than you once believed. See it as a passage, not a punishment. As a bridge, not a barrier. So walk through this storm with steady steps. Do not be afraid of the thunder or the lightning. They cannot touch the roots that have grown deep within you. Do not listen to the voices that say the storm will never end. Every storm ends. Every night turns to morning. And when the clouds finally part, you will see that the light returning is brighter than anything you left behind. My child, you are not defined by the storm you face. You are defined by the strength you discover within it. You are not a victim of the winds. You are the one who endures, who rises, who learns to stand tall when the world around you trembles. And when others look at your life, they will not only see the storm you survived, they will see the calm you carried, the faith you kept, the resilience that shines brighter because of the darkness you walked through. Beloved one, hold fast. The storm cannot break you. It can only reveal the unshakable truth that you are loved, you are chosen, and you are stronger than the winds that tried to silence you. My beloved child, let us pause and look at the hidden power of kindness. In a world where noise often wins attention, kindness works quietly. It does not shout, it does not demand. Yet it changes hearts more deeply than any storm, and it builds bridges where walls once stood. You may not realize it, but every kind word you speak, Every gentle act you offer, every time you choose patience instead of anger, you are writing in an invisible ledger. This ledger is not kept by human hands. It is stored in eternity, where nothing good is forgotten. Think of the small moments. The smile you gave to someone who felt unseen. The time you listened when another needed to speak. The forgiveness you offered when bitterness would have been easier. Each of these moments has weight. Each of them leaves a mark stronger than anger, deeper than resentment, and more lasting than pride. My child, kindness is not weakness. Kindness is strength under control. It is the choice to remain steady when others lash out. It is the courage to bless when others curse. It is the quiet declaration that love is stronger than hate, and peace is stronger than fear. Perhaps you have wondered, does it even matter? Do my small acts really change anything? Yes, beloved, they do. The kindness you sow returns to you in ways you may not expect. Sometimes it comes back through the smile of a stranger, sometimes through the loyalty of a friend, sometimes through the unexplainable peace that fills your heart when you need it most. Even when others overlook your efforts, I see them all. I see the way you carried someone else's burden while hiding your own. I see the patience you offered to those who misunderstood you. I see the compassion that moved you to pray for people who never even knew your name. None of it is wasted. Every act of kindness is a seed, and seeds always grow. Remember this: kindness is not measured by size but by sincerity. A glass of water given to the thirsty matters. A gentle word spoken in tension matters. A helping hand offered in silence matters. What the world calls small, I call significant. Beloved child, your kindness is part of a larger story. It is shaping not only your own journey but also the lives around you. Someone today may find the courage to continue because you chose to show compassion. Someone may choose light over despair because you offered a word of hope. Someone may believe in love again because you refused to give up on them. Here is my reflection for you. Do not grow weary in doing good. The world may not clap for you. People may forget the sacrifices you made, but eternity remembers. Every gentle act is engraved in the ledger of heaven, and one day, you will see the full harvest of the seeds you planted. So keep writing in that quiet ledger, my child. Keep sowing kindness when it is hard. Keep choosing patience when it feels slow. Keep forgiving even when it costs you something. For each of these choices is building a future brighter than you imagine. The story of your life will not be measured by titles or possessions, but by the love you carried, the hope you gave, and the kindness you lived. And when others look back on your journey, they will see not only the storms you endured, but also the light you shared in the middle of them. You are stronger than you know. You are more influential than you realize. And your kindness is leaving a legacy that will outlast every trial. So walk on, beloved child. Let your kindness speak where words fall short. Let your compassion shine where shadows linger. Let your heart remain open, even when the world tries to close it. For in every act of kindness, you are not only changing others, you are also becoming more fully who you were created to be. My beloved child, not every test of the heart comes through storms or silence. Some arrive through people, their words, their actions, their mistakes. And often, the hardest battles are not with the winds outside, but with the disappointments inside, when trust feels broken and loyalty seems uncertain. You may know this pain, the sting of a false accusation, the ache of being misunderstood, the weight of someone's silence when you longed for their defense. These wounds are invisible to the eye, yet they reach deeper than many storms. They make you question not only others, but sometimes even yourself. But listen carefully. Betrayal does not define you. False words do not change your worth, and misunderstanding cannot cancel your truth. What others intend for harm can still be turned for your good. Consider this moment as a door. When people disappoint you, you can choose one of two paths. The first is outward, anger, retaliation, closing your heart. The second is inward, reflection, compassion, choosing mercy even when it feels costly. The door that opens outward often leads to bitterness. The door that opens inward always leads to freedom. My child, mercy is not weakness. Mercy is strength clothed in love. To offer dignity where none was offered to you is a victory that echoes far beyond the present moment. When you choose forgiveness over resentment, you are not excusing wrong, you are releasing yourself from its chains. Yes, I know it is not easy. I know it feels unfair. You want the truth to be shouted, the record to be set straight, the wrong to be exposed. But sometimes silence speaks louder than defense. Sometimes patience accomplishes more than argument. And often the character you carry will prove your innocence long before your words do. Remember this: the one who wronged you may expect your anger, they may expect your distance, but what they cannot understand is your grace. Grace confuses the enemy. It dismantles bitterness. It turns accusations into stepping stones. Think of the power in such a choice. Instead of letting resentment poison your soul, you become the one who breaks the cycle. Instead of allowing offense to harden you, you let kindness keep you soft. Instead of building walls, you open doors. And in doing so, you reveal a strength greater than anger, the strength of peace. My child, your worth is not determined by what others say. Your identity is not defined by their opinions. It is sealed by love, rooted in truth, and unshaken by lies. No rumor can erase what has been spoken over your life since the beginning. That you are chosen, that you are precious, that you are loved beyond measure. Here is my reflection for you. When you stand at the door of betrayal or misunderstanding, pause, breathe. Choose carefully which way you will open it, for the direction of that door can shape the rest of your journey. Let it open inward into compassion, mercy, and dignity. Let it lead you deeper into freedom rather than outward into bitterness. One day, those who misunderstood you will see clearly. One day, truth will rise without your forcing it. And on that day, the peace you carried will speak louder than any defense you could have offered. Beloved child, your story is not defined by those who accused you. It is defined by how you responded. And when you choose love in the face of pain, you are not only protecting your own heart, you are also becoming a light for others who face the same shadows. So stand steady. Let mercy be your strength. Let forgiveness be your weapon. And let love be the final word. My beloved child, every story has a turning point, a moment when what was hidden begins to shine, when what seemed impossible suddenly becomes clear. For you, this moment is not far away. The long nights, the storms, the misunderstandings, they have not been wasted. They were the chisels shaping your character, the fires refining your strength, the shadows preparing you to value the light. Picture this with me. A tall observatory standing silent on a mountain ridge. For years, its great lamp has been dark, its windows shuttered, its beams forgotten. Travelers below walked the paths in darkness, wondering if the light would ever shine again. That observatory is like your life. For a season, the flame seemed hidden, the purpose unclear. But now the hour has come for the light to awaken once more. Child, within you is a code written long before time began. It is a pattern of resilience, wisdom, and love. Each trial you faced has been a clue, each prayer a step, each tear a piece of the design. And now, the pieces are aligning. What once felt scattered is forming into something whole. Do not be afraid of the responsibility that comes with this light. When the lamp of the observatory shines, It does not shine for itself. It shines for those lost on the roads, for those weary in the valleys, for those who cannot see the way. In the same way, the strength and hope being awakened in you are not just for you, they are for others who will find their way because of your faithfulness. Think of all you have endured, the storms that tested your roots, the nights that taught you to trust in silence, the betrayals that taught you compassion, the waiting that taught you patience. Together, they were not random. They were part of a great preparation. They were equipping you to hold light without pride, to carry truth without fear, and to shine with love instead of judgment. My child, this is the moment where your perseverance meets promise. The doors you thought were sealed are unlocking. The places you thought were barren are beginning to bloom. The silence you thought was abandonment is revealed as alignment. You are stepping into a season where clarity replaces confusion, where peace replaces striving, where joy begins to flow like a river through dry land. But here is the lesson. The light that awakens in you must be protected. Do not waste it on proving yourself to those who doubted you. Do not dim it to make others comfortable, and do not guard it so tightly that it cannot be shared. The purpose of light is to shine freely, steadily, faithfully. Beloved, let your heart be open. Let gratitude be your shield, humility your foundation, and kindness your constant companion. These will keep your light pure. For the true measure of greatness is not in how bright the lamp shines, but in how many are guided safely by its glow. My reflection for you is this: every delay, every hardship, every moment of silence was preparing you for this awakening. You may have thought you were forgotten, but in truth, you were being readied for a season greater than you imagined. And now the lamp is being lit, the observatory is waking, and your life will shine in ways that ripple far beyond your sight. Walk forward with courage. The light within you is not fragile, it is steady, unshakable, eternal. And as it shines, you will discover what was true all along, that your trials were not the end, but the beginning of a story filled with purpose, hope, and radiant beauty. My beloved child, after the light awakens, there often comes a night of waiting. This may seem strange. Why should waiting follow such a breakthrough? Yet it is in these pauses, in these quiet stretches of time, that the roots of faith grow deepest. The observatory's lamp has been lit, and its beam reaches across the valley. But what happens when the city below does not immediately notice? What happens when the roads are still dark? When travelers do not yet change their steps, when your efforts appear unseen? This is the lesson of the long night of waiting. The light may be shining, but the world takes time to respond. My child, waiting is not failure. It is training. It is the refining of patience, the shaping of humility, the strengthening of endurance. In this night, you may feel restless, tempted to force outcomes, eager to see results. But remember, true change often happens slowly. Seeds planted do not sprout in a day. Rivers cut valleys not by rushing, but by flowing steadily over time. Think back to your own journey. The seasons when silence stretched on, when prayers seemed unanswered, when promises felt delayed, those were not wasted. They were teaching you how to trust beyond sight, how to believe without evidence, how to remain steady even when the world seems still. That same lesson now repeats, not as punishment, but as preparation for what comes next. Beloved, understand this: the waiting is not empty. Even when you cannot see movement, something is happening beneath the surface. Conversations are being shaped, opportunities are being aligned, hearts are being softened. What looks like delay is often divine timing. In this long night, I ask you to remain faithful in the small things. Continue your kindness, continue your compassion, continue your gratitude. These daily acts are like oil that keeps the lamp burning. If you guard your flame in the quiet, it will be ready to shine brighter when the dawn arrives. You may feel weary, and that is natural. You may wonder if your effort matters, if your faith is enough. But hear this truth: your waiting is not a waste. Your patience is not forgotten, and your perseverance is building a strength that nothing can take away. Consider this: the traveler who walks through the night learns to value the dawn more than the one who only knows daylight. In the same way, when your breakthrough comes, you will treasure it deeply because of the patience it required. You will not take it lightly. You will not waste it. You will hold it with reverence because you know the cost of waiting. My reflection for you is this: waiting is not weakness, it is trust in action. Every day you choose to keep faith, every night you choose to keep hope, you are proving that your strength is greater than impatience. And when the morning comes, and it will, you will see that every moment of endurance was worth it. So do not despise the long night of waiting. Walk through it with steady steps. Rest when you must, but do not quit. Hold the lamp high, even when few seem to notice. For soon, beloved child, the city will look up, the travelers will see the light, and the dawn that follows will be brighter, because you chose to keep the flame alive. You are not forgotten in this waiting. You are being strengthened, refined, and prepared. And when the morning breaks, you will know that every step of this night was guiding you closer to the promise. My beloved child, every journey reaches a moment when what once felt broken begins to mend, when silence begins to soften, and when the heavy weight on your shoulders turns into a gentle melody of hope. That moment is near for you. The long night has not been in vain. It has prepared you for the dawn that now begins to rise. For so long, you carried unspoken pain. You hid your wounds behind a steady face, thinking no one could see. Yet every sigh, every tear, every question in the dark was heard. You were never abandoned in your struggle. What you thought was only emptiness was, in truth, the quiet shaping of your spirit, the refining of your heart, the deepening of your soul. Now, beloved, healing begins. Not a sudden flash that erases the past, but a gentle process that restores what was fractured. Healing comes in small ways first. A word that feels like comfort, a smile that lifts your heart, a moment of peace that reminds you you are not alone. And then, like dawn breaking over the horizon, it grows brighter, stronger, steadier, until you realize you are no longer carrying what once weighed you down. Consider this: a song is not made of one note alone. It is built from highs and lows, from pauses and silences, from harmonies that blend together. In the same way, your life has not been one endless sorrow. Even in your hardest days, there were sparks of joy, glimpses of beauty, whispers of love. Now those fragments begin to join together, forming a song that is richer because of the trials that came before. My child, reconciliation is part of this healing. The relationships that felt shattered can find new beginnings. Words once spoken in anger can be answered with gentleness. Hearts that grew distant can draw close again. Do not think it impossible. Where pride once stood, humility can open the way. Where bitterness lingered, forgiveness can clear the ground. What seemed too broken to mend can, in time, become even stronger than before. And do not forget this: healing is not only for you. The strength you are gaining, the lessons you are learning, the compassion being written into your heart, these are gifts you will one day offer to others. Someone else's silent pain will find comfort in your story. Someone else's brokenness will be touched by your restored hope. What you are receiving now will not end with you. It will flow outward like a river, bringing life wherever it goes. Beloved child, let hope rise again. Let trust take root. Let your heart believe in goodness once more. For I tell you, this season of healing will not be short. It will deepen with each passing day. The scars that remain will not be reminders of defeat, but of survival, of endurance, of faith that held even when everything else fell apart. Here is my reflection for you. Do not fear the fragility of this beginning. Like a new melody, it may feel soft, uncertain, delicate. But just as a song grows stronger with every note, so will your healing grow with each new day. Trust the process. Walk with patience, and let the silence of the past turn into a song of joy for the future. So step forward, my child. Lift your eyes to the horizon. The long night is ending. The first notes of your new song are already being written. Soon the world will hear what has been forming within you, a song of courage, of hope, of love, stronger than fear. And when you sing it, through your words, your kindness, your life, it will not only bring peace to you, but to all who hear it. My beloved child, there comes a time when the path no longer winds gently across flat ground. It begins to rise, steep and demanding, calling for strength you are not sure you possess. This is the climb. Every story that seeks triumph must face it. Every soul that seeks purpose must endure it. The summit is near, but the journey upward is not without struggle. The air grows thinner as you rise. Each step feels heavier, yet each one brings you closer to the vision waiting at the top. Your heart may pound with effort, your breath may shorten, and doubts may whisper that you will never reach the end. But know this, the climb itself is proof that you are advancing. The strain you feel is not a sign of failure, it is the evidence of progress. Consider the mountain before you. Its rocks are jagged, its paths narrow, its winds sharp, yet every trial on this ascent is shaping your endurance. You may stumble on loose stones, but even those stumbles teach you balance. You may pause to catch your breath, but even in the pause, you are not defeated. You are gathering strength to continue. Do not be afraid of the struggle. Struggle is not your enemy. It is your teacher, revealing the depth of your courage, the resilience of your spirit, the fire of your determination. Without struggle, the summit would mean little. With it, the summit becomes sacred. My child, I know there are moments when you want to turn back, when the road behind you seems easier than the climb ahead. But remember, the valley cannot give you the view the summit holds. The comfort of staying behind cannot compare to the revelation that waits above. The higher you go, the clearer the horizon becomes. This ascent is not only about reaching the top, it is about what awakens in you along the way. Patience is forged in each careful step. Wisdom is sharpened in every decision of where to place your foot. Humility is deepened in the awareness that no climb is accomplished alone. And above all, faith grows stronger each time you choose to keep going despite the weight you carry. Beloved child, you do not climb empty-handed. You carry with you every lesson from the valley, every kindness from the quiet ledger, every strength built in storms, every note of the song that grew from silence. These are your provisions for the journey. And though the path is steep, you are not without supply. Here is the truth. The summit is nearer than it feels. Mountains play tricks on the eyes, making the peak look farther than it truly is. The final stretch often feels the hardest, not because it is impossible, but because the soul is weary from the journey already traveled. Yet the summit always comes to those who continue. One more step, one more breath, one more choice to believe. That is how the mountain yields. And when you stand at the top, when you look back at the path behind you, you will see it differently. The jagged rocks will no longer look like obstacles, but like stepping stones. The steep paths will no longer feel like punishments, but like gateways to strength. The storms you faced along the way will be remembered not for their fury, but for the way they made you hold tighter, dig deeper, and rise higher. My reflection for you is this: do not measure your journey only by ease. Measure it by growth. Do not judge your climb by how quickly you arrive, but by how faithfully you take each step. For every upward stride is shaping you into one who can carry light at greater heights. So climb, beloved. Climb with courage when the air is thin. Climb with patience when the stones are sharp. Climb with faith when the summit seems far. For the mountain is not your enemy, it is your passage into clarity, your proving ground, your sacred ascent. And when you reach the summit, you will not only see the horizon spread wide before you, you will also see yourself more clearly, stronger, wiser, and radiant with the light that carried you here. My beloved child, every long journey must one day arrive at its horizon. The storms, the nights of waiting, the betrayals, the climbs, all of these have been part of a single unfolding story. And now, the moment you have been walking toward is here. The beacon awakens, and the dawn breaks over your life. Imagine this. You stand at the summit after the steepest climb of your days. Behind you stretches the valley, marked with shadows of the storms you endured, but ahead of you the horizon glows with light. The observatory that once stood silent now hums with new life. Its lamp, long forgotten, blazes into the dark sky, sending a beam across mountains and valleys. That light is not only a signal to the city below, it is a declaration of victory. My child, this beacon represents your life. For seasons you thought your flame had gone out. You believed your purpose was buried under silence and struggle. But here you are, carrying a fire that could not be extinguished. Every trial you faced became fuel. Every tear watered the roots of your endurance. Every prayer was a spark waiting for this moment. The city below begins to notice. Travelers lift their eyes from weary roads and see the glow above. They whisper to one another, "The light has returned." And slowly, hearts grow stronger, steps become surer, and hope begins to spread. Beloved, this is why you endured. Not simply for your own triumph, but so that others might find their way because of your faithfulness. Do not think this light makes you perfect. It makes you faithful. It shows that though you stumbled, you did not stop. Though you doubted, you still believed. Though you faced storms, you still carried kindness. This is the triumph that shines brighter than gold, not perfection, but perseverance. Now listen, the dawn comes. The first rays break through the long night, washing the mountains in color. Where once there was only shadow, now there is clarity. Where once there was despair, now there is joy. Where once there was silence, now there is song. And this song is not just for you, it is for all who will hear it and be lifted by your story. My reflection for you is this. The beacon is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of another. Triumph is not a destination, but a doorway into greater purpose. As the light shines, keep your heart humble, your hands generous, and your spirit open. For the same love that carried you here will guide you forward into even greater chapters, yet unwritten. Remember, beloved child, that your legacy will not be measured by the storms you survived, but by the hope you carried, the kindness you gave, and the light you kept burning when the night was darkest. This is your gift to the world, a life that shines so others may walk without fear. And so the story comes to its close, not with silence, but with light. The beacon shines, the dawn rises, and you, beloved, stand at the summit, ready to step into all that lies ahead. Thank you for walking with us through this journey of storms, silence, waiting, healing, and triumph. May these words remind you that no trial is wasted, no night is endless, and no climb is without purpose. The beacon of your own life can shine brighter than you imagine, guiding others as you continue forward. If this story touched your heart, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may need encouragement today. Your support helps these messages of hope reach even further. Until we meet again in the next story, May peace guard your heart, may light guide your steps, and may love be your constant companion. See you soon.